Story time with Anna.
Hey guys, it's Anna coming to you live from the bunker, thousands of feet under the south. And today I'm going to be telling another story here today on our segment with Story Time with Anna. Sorry, spaced out. And this story is going to be taking place in Chicago, so here we go. Alright, I'm playing with slime, if you're wondering. I've been really obsessed with that lately. Anyway, okay, so we went... Alright, so here we go. Alright, so we had been going up to my grandpa's apartment in Chicago, and we stayed there as, like, me and my dad go up and see all my family in the Midwest, you know, every, like, 1 to 2 years, and we were staying with him, and so we were staying in his apartment, and by the way, his apartment sucked. Like, it was good, but it, like, sucked at the same time because there was a night bar. Anyway, there was a bar going downstairs. That sucked. And then there was the L train, which you don't know what that is. It's like the subway of Chicago. And it's like a train that goes below and above ground. It's cool. It's convenient. His apartment was really close to it, which was good. And it sucked. And anyway, we were going to as me, my dad, my grandpa, my uncle, me, I already said me, I don't even care, and then my grandpa brought a date, which was really awkward because we were going to the zoo as a family and we thought it was really weird, but like, anyway, love you, grandpa. And we went to the zoo, the Chicago Zoo. We had to walk there, by the way. It was freezing cold in the middle of winter, walking in Chicago to the zoo, which was outdoors. And we, so we're walking, we go to the zoo, we have a good time there. That zoo is amazing, I love it. It's not my favorite zoo, but it's cute. It's very cute. And, so afterwards, we, like, you know, we go get, like, Starbucks, and then, because, like, we're awesome, and then, and then my dad, like, wanted to go to this park, which was, the Wizard of Oz park, where it has, like, the four corners, and it has, like, the Tin Man, Dorothy, the Cowardly Lion, and the Scarecrow, and on each corner. And I don't know if, like, there's another statue, but, like, I know that all those characters are in there, so... Oh, so we're walking there, and I'm just gonna tell you, it was like, it was like 2 a.m. there. 2 a.m. and I was like 10. I was I was little, I was cold, I was done with life. So we're walking at 2 a.m. in this park with my grandpa and his date, which was weird, and we're as a family, and then they all leave, like, not they all, ugh. Alright, so, my grandpa and his date leave. They abandon us, like, we turn around and they're gone. They left us. Like, you know, a 19-year-old, a 10-year-old, and then a 30-year-old man. What? And we're in a park, alone, at 2 a.m., very unsafe, in the middle of Chicago. It's freezing cold, and then it's gonna make all sense when I get to it. And then we go play at this little park there, and it's so cute, and we're having all this fun. And then we start walking back, which you have to walk through the middle of the park. Alright, so if you've ever been to a park where it's really dark, and it's a very large park, you know that when you look one way, it's dark and you can't see no city, and then the other way, it's dark and you can't see no city. And I'm 10 and I have anxiety, so that's how it worked. And so we are walking, and I set my eyes on this person. I don't know if you've ever seen like a person in the middle of a park, but I was taken aback seeing another person with something on their back. They look like a drifter because they got like a backpack thingy, and they're walking, and I'm like, oh, and then I like, you know, and then my uncle sees him, and then we both watch him get on his knees in the middle of a dark park with like 2 street lights every once in a blue moon. He sits on his knees. He pulls his little backpack out. He pulls out a golf club, and he just starts whacking, just going at it to the ground, to the air. The microscopic bugs around that were probably dead. Okay, so my Uncle Jack turns to the man there, and he not to the crazy guy, to my dad. He turns to my dad and he goes, "Jake, that guy's practicing chopping off heads!" And then it scares me because I'm 10 and I have anxiety and it's cold and you can't see no city. And I just am terrified. So we all look at each other, and we all look at the guy, and we look back at each other, and then we look at the guy again, and then we look back at each other, and then we just bolt. We are running out of that park. So we run out of the park, and we had to walk all the way back home as a 10-year-old, and it's cold, and I have anxiety, and it's 2 a.m., and my dad's irresponsible, and my grandpa's weird, and we're walking back, and we had to walk all the way there. It was freezing cold. I come back, my fingers are like blue, and my toes are basically rotted off because it's so cold. That was one of the most horrifying nights of my life because, once again, it was cold. It was dark. It was 2 a.m. and my dad is irresponsible. And I have anxiety. But it was awful. Thank you guys for watching. If you have ever had an experience where you're just like, you're a little person and it's dark and you see someone scary and then you have to run away, or you see someone chopping off heads with golf clubs, then put that down in the comments.
And that was Story Time with Anna.